If you've ever lost something or someone, if you've ever felt empty, broken, or tired of life, this story is for you. But first, please like this video, leave a comment below, and subscribe to Anu Stoic. It helps this story reach someone who truly needs it. Now, let's begin. 1. The perfect life. He lived in a big house. 3 floors. Clean walls. Soft pillows. Everything looked perfect. He had a wife who smiled at parties. He had kids who went to private school. A car that never broke. Money that always came. To the world, he was successful. But at night, when no one looked, he felt something inside. A small emptiness. A quiet ache. He ignored it. He thought success was enough. He thought smiles were real. But deep down, something was missing. And the universe knew it. 2. The collapse. It started slow. A deal went bad. Then another. Then the business started falling like dominoes. The phone stopped ringing. The bank started calling. His friends stopped answering. His wife became silent. She looked at him like a stranger. And one day, she packed her bag. No fight. No goodbye. Just silence. Then the kids were gone. Then the house was gone. And he was alone. He had lost everything. Everything but himself. Chapter 3. The silence. The silence was loud. No voices. No laughter. No one asking for anything. No one caring if he was okay. He sat in an empty room. One window. One chair. One mind filled with pain. He looked around and whispered, "Where did everyone go?" But no one answered. He realized, they were here for my light. But now that it's dark, they're gone. For the first tear, he used to be proud. He never cried. He always said, "I'm strong. I don't break." But that night, alone in the dark, he broke. Not loud, not wild, just one tear. It rolled down slowly. It didn't make a sound, but it carried years of pain. It was not weakness. It was truth, and truth hurts. 5. Why me? He looked up at the ceiling. He asked the question we all ask. Why me? Why did I lose them? Why did I fall? What did I do wrong? But no voice answered, only silence. At first, silence felt like death. But later, silence would become his teacher. 6. The inner voice. In that still moment, he heard something, not from outside, from deep inside. A voice, soft but strong. It said, "You are not your money. You are not your home. You are not what you lost." He froze. The voice continued, "You are what survives the storm. You are the fire that refuses to die." He had never heard that voice before, but he knew it was his. 7. The cold morning. The next morning it was cold. His hands were shaking. The room had no heater, no food, no light. But he stood up, slowly. He walked to the sink. No water. Still, he washed his face with what he had. Then he sat again. He looked outside. The sun was rising. Even after all that happened, the sun still rose. And so did he. 8. Pain is a teacher. Pain spoke again, not with words, but with presence. He felt it in his chest. Heavy, but clear. Pain said, "I am not your enemy. I am your teacher." He asked, "What are you teaching me?" Pain replied, "I'm showing you what's real. I'm showing you what lasts. I'm showing you, you." And for the first time, he didn't fight the pain. He welcomed it. He said, "Teach me." 9. The walk. He put on old shoes. The soles were thin. The laces were broken. But he didn't care. He opened the door and walked, not to escape, not to impress, but to feel. He walked past rich homes. He saw children playing. He saw couples holding hands. He saw the life he once had. And for a moment, he felt the pain again. But this time, he didn't run from it. He just kept walking. 10. A Stoic thought. He remembered a quote. He once read it, but didn't understand it. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. He whispered those words, slowly, softly, and something in his heart shifted. He said, If I can't control what happened, then I will control what happens next. And that was the start of his real life. 11. The mirror. He came back from his walk. The air outside was cold, but his mind was starting to warm. He went to the bathroom. There was no water, no light, but there was a mirror. He looked at it. At first, he didn't recognize a man. He saw tired eyes, a long beard, a hollow face. But slowly, he looked deeper, and he saw something else. Not weakness, not shame. He saw a survivor. This man, he said, has lost everything and still breathes. That was strength. 12. The journal. He found an old notebook, blank pages. He had bought it years ago, but never used it. This time, he picked up a pen. He wrote one sentence. Today, I'm still here. Then he wrote another. I have no money, no one, but I'm alive. And the third. Maybe that's enough for now. That notebook became his mirror. Every morning, he wrote, not big words, just truth. And slowly, the pages filled with healing. 13. The memory. He remembered a day from childhood. He was 10, poor, but happy. No shoes, but full of laughter. He used to run in the rain with friends. No phone, no stress, just the sky and the ground. He smiled for the first time in weeks. That boy, he was still inside him. He had just forgotten. I lost the world, but I found the child in me. 14. The fall again. Healing is not a straight line. One day, he felt strong. The next, he broke. He found an old picture. His family, smiling, happy, and his heart shattered again. He cried all night. No one heard, but that's okay, because healing isn't loud. It's real. Even the strongest fall sometimes. But Stoics, we stand again. 15. The fire inside. The next morning, he felt something in his chest. Not pain, but fire. A quiet, burning strength. It wasn't about revenge. It wasn't about proving anything. It was about rising. For himself. Not for money. Not for status. But for peace. He said, I am still alive. That means I still have work to do. 16. The Stoic Code. He wrote this in his notebook. The Stoic Code. Control what I can. Accept what I can't. Respond with peace. Let go of blame. Grow from pain. He didn't just write it. He read it every day until it lived inside him. 17. The cleanup. His room was a mess. Dust everywhere. Old clothes. Broken things. It looked like his life. So he picked up a broom. One corner. Then another. He cleaned. Not for others. For himself. Every sweep said, I'm starting over. It was not just cleaning the room. It was cleaning his mind. 18. The quiet day. He didn't do much that day. No big goals. No plans. He sat by the window. Watched the sky. Breathed. He realized something. Not every day needs to be full. Some days are for silence. In the quiet, he felt peace again. Small, but real. 19. The first smile. It had been weeks, maybe months. But today he smiled. Not because something amazing happened, but because he felt okay. He boiled tea, sat on the floor, looked at the steam, and smiled. Not for show, but from the soul. This is healing, he whispered. This is me coming back. 20. The day he didn't give up. He had a choice that morning. To give up or to continue. Nothing had changed much. Still no job. Still no one calling. Still cold. But he didn't stop. He stood, brushed his teeth, washed his face, wrote in his notebook, and said, one more day. That's all I need. That's how strength is built. Not in huge steps, but in choosing not to quit one day at a time.